Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 186. I started to do the episode previously, but I got a phone call, and hence why the box has already been opened. These things happen when you don't have a film crew, a studio crew to I don't know, do your editing and stuff like that. I actually have to do retakes. So with that said, I bought some what were these? I guess they were. I forgot if they were listed as uncirculated or BU. But the thing is, the difference with this. So these rolls, right, of wheat scents that they say that they're uncirculated, they go from anywhere between I want to say $30 and $150. That's the wide difference or variation in price for uncirculated rolls of wheat scents. It could have something to do with the year, the date. This one is a 1955S. But there's a wide variety. It could be the feedback of the person selling it. He might have some negatives, and he's, so again, but the difference with this purchase that I made is that the person said they did not open these rolls for 35 years. Now, part of this is to go through one roll today. The other part is to see if the person is full of BS. You know what I'm saying? So this roll, when I start the video before, like I said, I had to end it because of a phone call. It was opened. The seal was open. I mean, the person could have taped it up again, but they didn't. So I don't know if they opened it 35 years ago, and this is 35-year-old tape. And this is, again, one of the huge problems with eBay, maybe all online shopping. Here's another one. So we're going to look at a second one. I want to see if this one is also the same. Obviously, I can't go through. Yes, this one's the same. As soon as I went like this, the top actually came off. It's not even twisted on. I don't even understand that part. Maybe I opened it to check the second one, but this one's not taped, so it doesn't even matter. So whether or not the person is lying or not, we're going to find out. Well, can we find out? I think so. I think I'll be able to tell if this is unsearched or not. I remember very quickly, let me tell you the story. I remember, I think I'm just going to put these on the do it just like a regular video. I remember, and then just put them back in. I got my gloves on, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I remember going through an unsearched dime roll that I got from, what's it called? B something exchange, whatever, the exchange. That they said it's a very big, a coin exchange or something like that. And let me tell you, these dimes had errors. Okay. And I paid cold price for them. I think I paid like, if there were 50 of them in there, I think I paid like $1 a piece. I think I got it for $50 shipped, something like that. And some of these errors were pretty nice. If you watch the old video, you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's almost impossible to have a truly unsearched coin roll and have zero errors, like nothing. And we want to make sure this isn't cleaned, Again, I have You want to see what a clean penny looks like? Want to see how to destroy a penny? This is what a clean cent looks like. That's clean copper. Like if you were going to sell it at the scrap yard. Okay? That's clean copper. And that's an uncirculated penny. A little different. Now, it's funny. So I think if I take copper clean into this, that's what it's going to look like. That's just to show you the damage that cleaning does. All right. So what we're looking for is errors and anomalies. And to see, I've never bought an uncirculated roll of pennies before. And we definitely want to check. I think I'm going to have to check each mint mark because it doesn't look like I can get, unless I get a little closer on the, so weird. Look at the inside of this, the first one we got. I mean, I'm looking at the S and I'm like, I guess it's no big deal. It looks like there's a die chip in it or something. All right, but that's too close. I can't keep it that close. All right, I think I can keep it right there. All right. So 7 minutes in and we're done with one. Huh. We're done with one. We're done with one penny. Look at the beauty on this. Holy moly, man. I gotta say, I don't know if I've ever found, I've gotten close to this, but not in this exact. Now, let me tell you something. The other thing is, do you know what the 19th, what these wheat cents, if they grade MS60, I did some research yesterday on this before the video, and MS66 is like, I'll tell you right now, you know what? Let me go to sold. MS66 1955 S penny. And then I'll do MS67 and I'll do MS and we'll do lowest first, I guess. Now, and I'm not going to do auctions because you can find anomalies in auctions. Yeah, so the lowest, it's like $30. But now we go to, and I don't want to see these BS MS66 red. Wow, they're pretty cheap, man. They're like $20. Okay, let me show you. All right. 66 red 1955. So they're not worth the 66. And let's click on this one. That's Ultra Cameo. Yeah. So they go from MS66. It looks like they start between 20, 30, 40 bucks. And then the MS67 looks like they go up to like 40, 50, 60 bucks. And then the 68s, we're talking about, 100 to $200. Of course, if you're paying $50 to get the coin graded, you'd have to get the coin graded for $20, and which I think it's more than. That's the problem with the coin grading, is that well, this one actually has a wow, the detail is amazing. So these are the two that we were looking at already. I have to go a little closer. So see that little mark there? I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. Is that part of the jacket, the coat? Do they all? No. You see, there's the two lines on the side, right, for the not pleats, but the design in the coat. On this one, it's a see the one on to the right of it. That's damage. But I saw it and I said, "Oh, it looks." It's funny. My brain said, "I don't remember seeing that extra line there," but it looks so intentional, which is how we get fooled, of course. All right, so definitely what I want to do is check the letters well on the obverse. And make sure there's no doubling or die chips or repunch mint marks. Or other errors. So what I noticed, so I know someone's going to say, what did I pay for it? I paid I want them in auction again. So I'll tell you a little bit about the auction while we're looking through this for errors. I was looking for something and I was watching an auction. And what I'll do is if I see somebody's auction and they're charging shipping, right? Then I'll look through their other. Oh, perfect. I'll look through their other auctions to see if they, if there's anything else that they're selling that I'm interested in. For combined shipping. You know what I mean? So let's say they're selling a bunch of things for $5-10 and the shipping is $5-10. Let me look at that. What are those little marks? I don't know what that is. Is that just like a piece of zinc showing through? So odd. I don't know enough about uncirculated pennies except that my understanding is that they have a special process that they go through to make them uncirculate. The big question, of course, is is there another process of taking old circulated pennies and throwing them into something to clean them to make them look like uncirculated, and it's all BS. That's honestly, that's my real fear. Is but I'm gonna say that there's not, or people would do it all the time, right? I mean, look what happened when I try to clean pennies. So I don't know if there's a way to clean I've never seen online in all this time a way to clean a penny and make it look like to fool somebody it's uncirculated. So I'm gonna have to, unless someone sends me a link that shows me how, a way to make a penny look like. I mean, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would use copper cleaner and make a penny look like this if there was another way to make a penny look like this. So I'm going to have to believe at minimum that these are uncirculated. And I forgot my topic. Oh, the eBay auction. So there was something I was watching on this person. Right. So if the person is selling items for $5 and then $5 shipping, or $7 shipping, or $10 shipping, and then they have a couple of things that you like, right? And let's say, on each one of those items, you can get the item shipped for the one shipping, the $10, because they all fit. Like, let's say they're small items, right? So they'll all fit in the same box, and the person's going to be honest and only charge you for the one shipping. Now, unless there's multiple people thinking like you are about getting asking him the same question, or if he has it listed in his description about his shipping policy, then someone might only want to pay $5, right? Because it's $10 shipping, right? So that's $15. But meanwhile, you're looking at his items that he has for sale, and there's 3 or 4 little warp there, huh? And there's 3 or 4 items that he has that you want. So, and he says, yeah, I'm going to ship them all to you for one price. So now, let's say it's 4 items, right? They're $5 a piece, and the shipping is $10 a piece. So if one person buys each one, then they're going to pay $15 each. But if you somehow get all 4, let's say for $6, you outbid somebody, they put the minimum bid. Now that's 6 times 4, that's 24. And then he charges you the one shipping of $10, that's $24, right? As opposed to 40, as opposed to 60, right? Because it would be 15 times 4, that's 60. So you get the 4 for 24 in this example I'm saying. So when I went looking into the person's other, oh, that's a beauty. What is it? Oh, it's a grease strike. Oh, well, it's something. So we have one error, most likely a mint error. Anyway, so when I went to his store, he had these. And they were all auctions. Everything in his store were auctions. And he had other stuff that I was not interested in, like his personal things, you know what I mean? So he was not a coin seller. Now, if that's his gimmick, well, he got me. You know, look like a mom and pop, make it look like a real personal, meanwhile you're doing, There goes another one. I'm going to put this with the other one. I'm going to check those out later. Anyway, so in his description of these, how many did I get? I got 5, right? Is it 5 or 4? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these. I think 2 of them are different dates. 54s or 56s or something like that. So I got them for $20 a piece, each roll. Which at this point looks like a steal, because I see the uncirculated, wheat cents in this condition selling for $2 a piece and higher. Starting at $2. We're talking out of like all of eBay. And people doing like 3 uncirculated different years for like $10. But what he said in his description was that he had not opened he had not opened the penny rolls for 35 years. And that's what got me. That's why I wanted them. So I was like, if he's, I don't know. I mean, 35 years ago, where'd you get these from? You know what I mean? Was eBay around 35 years ago? No. No, eBay wasn't around there. I remember, hold on a second. I remember using eBay the first year they opened, and I want to say it was 86 or something like that. eBay stock. Max. 98. Okay, yeah, that's when I was in college. That's right. And I had to buy my first computer. Yeah, so they might have been open a few months actually. And I bought my first computer on eBay. It was I forgot, I used somebody ordered it for me or something like that. Or I used my mother's computer. Anyway. So 98, it'll be 30 years in 2028. So he said he had, so he didn't even get these online, you know what I'm saying? He had to get these from whatever, local coin shop or a show or a gift, if he's being honest. And that's what we're really investigating. Oh, wow. That's what we're really investigating right now, is the legitimacy of these pennies. And, so if someone out there has a really good understanding of circulated pennies, and I'll put that one to the side too, and you purchased, I'll put this one to the side. Like, to me, I want to know, is that some residue from a cleaner? I don't think so. Like, what is that? So 35 years ago was 1989. I just graduated from high school. It was the World Wide Web. I don't think there was Google out yet or anything like that. So, of course, the big question is it worth it? Well, I think in this case, from what I'm seeing, these are truly uncirculated pennies. There's nothing scammy about this. Um, I've watched plenty of cleaning videos. I've never, to my knowledge, there is no process. Look at that S. To make there's either a die chip in here or it's an S over something, or it's a repunch mint mark. I don't know if you can see it or not. So I'm gonna have to put this on a little piece of paper. This would be a good example of something to put under the microscope, right? Because for me, it's difficult to see. Maybe when I watch the video later, I'm gonna put RPM question mark or DDO. No, RPM. It's a repuncher or some other, or a die chip or something like that. But it's something inside the. There's an anomaly going on with the S that I can't. So I put RPM question mark on it, because if not, it looks like the other ones. I will never, at the end of this video, be able to tell that one. I'll get confused. So again, it does appear. I'm gonna look at that one under the loop. Do they all have this little die chippy thing inside the S? I'm gonna put it there too. I mean, this one that one looks like a die chip. I didn't look at the reverse. Hold on. All right, let me look at this next one under the loop also, just to see if they all have something inside the S or not. So it looks like a lot of these S's are weird. Unless they're from the same punch. Yeah, so I'll put those last two back into the roll. Again, this one here looked like it had more of something going on inside of it. So, and I don't think it's an RPM. I think it's more of a this one looks like it has it too. I wonder if they're from the same punch. This one has little lines at the top. I don't know if that's just an anomaly. Let me check a different one, an older one. Yeah, the other ones don't have it. That's just on this one. Tilted, a hub issue? What do you think? Interesting. Again, this is my first time ever reviewing. All right, you see that on the corner? It's probably just a A die issue. All these S's are a little weird, though, I have to say. Just noticing that now. I guess nothing jumped out at me. But the S's are a bit odd. I did weigh one of them just to make sure make sure they weren't fake. And yeah, it was 3.11, 3.11 or something like that. So I was like, all right. It's funny because little bent there. I think it's taken almost the whole roll for me to develop a an approach, a technique to looking at these pennies. It's different than looking at, for me, I'm saying, circulated pennies, business strikes. Right, there's your eye. My eye needs to go to different places, and I think it's funny that it took almost the whole roll for me to know that I need to start at the date. That's like the worst condition one so far that we found. Like it has some, I don't know, whatever that is. Just interesting, that's all. Maybe I'll even put that one to the side. Just as the worst looking one. This one has it also. I'll put it with the other one if I can find it. Has that weird look, around the let me see if I can find. I think it's this one here. Yeah, so I'll put that one with that one just as a so not to look at them twice, you know what I mean? See, they don't all have it. Here's another one. Oh, I could feel the something with the edge on this one. Like a harder strike or something. Wow. Little die chip there in the 9. Look at that in a second. See this, excuse me, I wouldn't send this one in to get graded. Right? It has these marks on it. There probably are a couple here that I would. I should have put the ones that I thought were gradable to the side. Maybe I'll have to go through them really quickly. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Who am I kidding? This is it. These are usually when I do these videos, they're one-shot deals, you know. I'm just gonna put these all back in. I'll put a little piece of tape on it that says searched. So we have the we have the other rolls to look. Maybe I'll do that with the other rolls. I don't have any water or coffee with me. I'm not drinking caffeinated coffee anymore, starting today. Can you believe that? For those of you who watch the channel regularly, especially members and subscribers, you'll know that in the beginning, my earlier videos, I was drinking these mugs, huge mugs of coffee, and I would drink them all day long. See that little dye break? Let me check it out. They look like two little dye breaks. Die cracks, die breaks, die cracks. Put it to the side. And then I started not feeling so hot. I don't think that. I wonder if that's a feeder error. I don't think so. Nah, it's too light. And like palpitations and stuff like that. So I decided to reduce the amount of coffee I was drinking. Then I went to half calf, and I still felt a little funny. And there's and it's so weird how I can go from 125 ounces to just one single little cup. Made me feel strange. So I might have did something that made me caffeine sensitive, they call it. So for the past month and a half, I've been reducing and working on not drinking coffee. And I'm going to see if today is the first day I do decaf only. Let's see how I fare. Which I don't have a problem with decaf, to be honest with you. I kind of like it. There is a little tiny drop of caffeine in it, so they say if you're caffeine intolerant or if you're allergic to caffeine, you can't even drink decaf. That little bit of caffeine in decaf will get you sick. So I guess I'm not allergic to caffeine. It looks like I'm caffeine sensitive. Yeah, this one has a 2 inside the bottom loop of the S. Could just be an anomaly or something. I will put it with the other one just to look at it later. But a lot of them seem to have it, oddly enough. So no good errors. Also, I wasn't really looking. I should have. But again, this is my first time doing it. And I really didn't know. I was really more concentrating for errors, to be honest with you. And I didn't even know how to look for the errors. It took me, as I said before, most of the coin roll to actually adjust my eyes to what I need to look for, because it's a whole different process than a circulated penny. I mean, you know, visually, logically, whatever you want to call it. And Yeah, all these S's have that little thing in there. I don't know if that's, I guess that's just, I guess it's number one, it's not a big deal, I guess. But it does look like a die chip, unless they're all, hold on a second. Let me look at a 1955 S. Unless they all have that little die chip in them. You know what I'm saying? Which is highly unlikely. So let's go to a good picture. No, I don't see it in the other ones. How about this one for $2? Oh yeah, this one has it too. I'll show it to you really quickly. Yeah, so it looks like that little, see that little die chip? I guess that's common. So I'm gonna assume that was on eBay, $2, $3 with shipping. And they sell for $3 shipped. So I guess that's what they come with. And that one on eBay, the one we were looking at is yeah, uncirculated 19. So they're $3 on eBay, and they're selling at $3. Plus $3 plus. So I paid $20 a roll, and according to this, individually you can piece them out for $150 a roll. So I got all 5 rolls for 120. Right, that's $20 a piece. Oh, it's a little bit more than 20. It's like $24. So let's divide 120 by 5. Okay, that's 20. So I paid $24 a roll. So I guess any good if I find anything that's valuable, then that makes up for everything. But so far, so I'm gonna say that that these are truly uncirculated, number one. And that I got it at a good deal, and that the person was being honest. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. 35 years. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I feel like I remember rolls like this, and the tape does look, when I did some of the tape, was very brittle. So I'm going to say it's definitely possible that these are 35-year-old unsearched rolls. And yeah, so this was pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'll put these away or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you got to see part of the my process and thinking process as far as doing a new activity, which this definitely was. This was a new activity. The only thing I would say is that I would have searched for any of these that I thought were high MS grades, and I would have put them to the side. These are the ones that had the weird anomalies going on, possible errors, and we'll check them out later. All right, so please click like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.